What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Talk with Bros, and what we have here for you today is an episode in regards to all of the Game 2s of the NBA playoffs in Round 1. Now, before we begin, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment if you'd like to, because I want to hear your thoughts on these games, and it's hard not to kick off with the GOAT. That's right, I said the GOAT, LeBron James, in Game 2. He scores 20 points in the first quarter. In the first quarter, talk about domination. He had 7 of 8 to begin the game, and he dropped 46.12 boards and 5 assists. He took over this game. He heard... Well, actually, he didn't hear, because we all know he goes into zero dark 30 mode. But listen, he lost game 1. He lost game 1 in the first round. I know he wasn't worried, but he had to process to himself, I need to take over. And that is exactly what he did. Now, they win 100-97 over the Pacers, who had an opportunity to tie the game up late. And they showed that they can hang with this Cleveland Cavaliers team. This isn't the strongest team we've ever seen out of LeBron James and the Cavs, but at the end of the day, in a crucial game 2 for LeBron James and for this Cavaliers team, they got it done on the horsepower of the greatest player who ever played the game, LeBron James. 46 points, fellas. That is just pure domination. So the Cavaliers tie this series up at 1-1. Moving along to this Jazz Thunder series. The Jazz go into Oklahoma City and they take game 2, 102-95. And I'll be honest with you, I hate to admit this because I'm obviously a big Ben Simmons fan, being a diehard Sixers guy. Donovan Mitchell looked great tonight. He had 28 points. He shot 10 of 25 shooting. He did miss 7 3-pointers. He was 0 for 7, but he made some nice moves on Paul George. He had a monstrous dunk. He looked pretty solid. I mean, he was definitely entertaining. I'll be honest with you. He was entertaining. Rudy Gobert had a double-double, 13 points, 15 boards. I mean, when you look at the stat lines of Russell Westbrook, 19, 13, and 9. Paul George had 18 and 10. Melo, 17 and 9. I just don't know why, this team on paper of Oklahoma City looks great. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think they have that chemistry. They don't have that real team chemistry. They're not a real team. They will not be able to actually go far in the NBA playoffs. That's just my honest opinion. There's just no way. They don't have the correct vibe as a team. So Utah finds a way to sneak through a game in Oklahoma City Thunder, in Oklahoma City. And now they have the home court advantage, essentially. And the Rockets here, there's 24 seconds left in this game. The score is 102-82. It kind of got really boring for me. And the Houston Rockets take a 2-0 lead, as we thought they would, because let's be real, this Rockets team is so serious. They are really good. They are contending for an NBA championship this year. So here we go in the Trailblazer-Pelicans series. The Pelicans take both games in Portland. Both games and take a 2-0 lead. They win 111-102, and that's crazy. I mean, to steal both in Portland, looking at Anthony Davis, 22 points, 13 rebounds. And Drew Holiday, 33 points, 14-24 shooting, just went off. We had him on the Sixers. He wasn't putting up 33 points for us. Dame, 17 points, 1 of 7 from 3, 7 of 18 from the field. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to carry this team anywhere. I mean, you got to remember, this Portland Trailblazers team finished the regular season off hot. People thought that they could seriously make some noise in this playoffs. Well, they just got swept at home in the first 2 games. The Pelicans making some noise. Drew Holiday. I can't get over that. That's fantastic. The Celtics play the Bucks, and the first game was close. The Bucks even bring it into overtime. They had a chance. This game, not so much. The Celtics win by 14, so 2-0 lead for the Celtics. Looking at some big-time players. Jaylen Brown at 5 3-pointers, 30 points. Rozier, 23 points. And there's some spark going on, because in the Bucks you got Eric Bledsoe getting called Drew Bledsoe by Rozier, and Eric Bledsoe goes, I don't even know who the F that is. Oh, really? You don't understand who the kid is on the other end dropping 23 points on you? You don't know who that is? That's comedy. That's comedy. The Greek Freak dropping 30. 9 rebounds, 8 assists, almost logging in a triple-double. He's doing everything he can out there, but, they're just a little bit overmatched, and this Bucks team kind of lost a little bit of swagger. Raptors beat the Wizards, and this one was a little bit more demanding than the first one. You had Drake on the sidelines being hilarious, chirping John Wall, chirping some players out there. When you look at John Wall, he dropped 29 points. He had 9 boards. On top of that, DeMar DeRozan was the player who took over. He had 37 points. Kyle Lowry had a double-double, 13 points, 12 assists. He was distributing the ball. The Raptors, 2-0 lead. I mean, I always just feel like they're faulty. People think this is the year. People think this is the year that the Toronto Raptors actually have an opportunity because the Cleveland Cavaliers aren't so solid this season. And who else in the East do you need to really look out for? I mean, I'll tell you, the Philadelphia Sixers, but, as I say that, here I am on this Sixers. They lose to the Miami Heat 113-103. I have a separate video on that. You can go check that out. This series is tied 1-1. And the Golden State Warriors, they take care of the San Antonio Spurs in Game 2. 2-0. Golden State takes this series. And, I mean, do the Spurs really have the same team? Are they really a playoff contender? No. And there's news out now that Steph Curry might not even make it back until the conference finals. How does that mix everything up? I mean, it definitely does. It definitely does. Looking at some stat lines, when you take a look at Kevin Durant, he drops 32 points. Klay Thompson, 31.6 or 5 3-pointers in 8 attempts. They both had fantastic nights. So, with that being said, that is the breakdown for the Game 2s. The NBA playoffs are great. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, comment. I want to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching.